Hello. Hello, welcome to... What am I still doing awake? I should be asleep. Oh, boy. Oh. I don't know. Why is the first thing I see no? What's going on? Don't murder people. Be nice. Oh, oh no, there goes one of our friends. Jumping far away. Hello, Julian. You all want bombs so much. Let me give you bomb. What you get for not being. Then I just wake up. Yeah. I did. I took a very, very short nap. I'm poor now. Oh no. I don't know how to give you all coins. Have some stars. It's 9:07 for me, says Julian. It's late, I know. I should not be awake, honestly. But I wanted to streaming at an odd timing and just seeing how it goes. Probably not my best idea. Living life in the night. If you do have something in the morning that you need to attend to, please go and get sleep right now. Don't stay awake on the count of 10 and go and get some proper rest, alright? 3 p.m. for Baker. This is the perfect time for you, Baker. I'm sleepy. Oh no, I woke up a few hours ago, says please. Is this a good timing for some of you? Other side of the world? Monkey for the meat. Mini 10A. Down my head. No, maybe this was a bad idea. Awake at this time. For the Papa babe. How are you doing? How's everybody doing? Can we swap paint for gold? I wish I understood what that means. Coins. I don't know. I don't think so. Not in this moment. Experimenting with this extension and stuff. I want to do custom sprites with it one day. So you guys can choose to be a custom sprites at the bottom of this. Until then, I'm not so sure about it yet. There's a ton of stuff you can do that I haven't hooked up properly. I don't know what to do as of yet. I'll figure it out slowly. I have a bot I found in the wasteland, a bottle of coffee, and I have it staring at me right now, right in front of me. And at some point, I'll probably take it so that I can stay awake. And I'll be awake for the whole day. I have a long day ahead of me. Starting with this stream, I've been taking very, very tiny naps. I call them bunny naps. I've been taking very, very tiny bunny naps throughout the day in order to prep for this. But it's still not a lot. I can't see you saying good luck. Are you doing awake? I don't know. I'm very sleepy, honestly. I said that I can. I said that I would stream at this time just to try it out, just to test it out, and so here I am. Part of me is tempted to just say, okay, this was the stream. Good night, everybody. I'm not going to. I'm gonna try and see if I can go on for at least maybe hours. I'm not sure what it's gonna be, honestly. Whether I'm just going to be here chatting with all of you. Are you awake now? No, I'm not. I'm not awake at all. Now, hang on to me. I don't know if you can tell, I'm very sleepy. There's a casino machine. Which 10A is talking? You don't know. You'll never know which 10A is. It's a secret. This is the true master. 10A is the real mastermind of all of this. 1 hour and then go to bed. Oh no, I wanted to do 2. I wanted to do 2 hours. Without music. I'll turn it down. Oh, Baker, the problem with that is I only have coffee to hydrate with. I don't know if I should drink the coffee yet. I've kind of been holding off on the coffee. But at some point I will drink it and then you'll see me become very, very awake. Because I got stuff to do. So much stuff to do as well. It's not a simple day for 10. It's always a mini 10 day, but they're usually under the hood. Big 10 is a mech. Don't spill my secrets now, babe. Don't tell everyone my secret. Advice I heard is wait an hour after waking before coffee. Alright, I'll take your advice. And I'll wait an hour before coffee. I'm gonna hope that I last that long. Like the most sleepy, comfy music. Yeah, if anybody wants to go to sleep right now. Don't do what Dene is doing. I've got change to my sleepy. Cause I've got a real plushie. I've always got a real plushie. Just within reach. I'm just hugging it right now and trying my best not to fall asleep on stream. Thought about what to do today, honestly. Whether I should do a reaction stream, gaming stream, or I don't know. I've come to stream and I still really don't know what I'm going to do. Because I couldn't decide, I couldn't make up my mind in the end. Part of me is tempted to keep stitching. I know if I stitch, I'll probably be awake for that. Chat, what do you guys want to do? Do a 10 stream? I'm trying my best. I'm not doing a very good job at it. I could do funny plush. What does Mini Tenny want to do? I think Mini Tenny has gone to bed. I don't see Mini Tenny out anymore. It's just me and Cosme Roach. And the Avatar gambling stream. I just leave the stream for like 2 hours and you guys gamble. It's noon for me, Tenny. I cannot sleep. The bunny nap. That's what I call short naps. Take just a bunny hop nap. Really quick. Few minutes. Julian's just gambling. Those redeem squats. Okay. Give me a moment. Squats. I'll set aside plushie. I'll do squats it up. Don't see me for squats. Squats. Seven. 8. 9. And 10. A way to wake up. My plushie in hand. I'm so tempted to actually make a real life roach plushie that is this big, so I can hug them from. But it's gonna take a lot of material to make Cosme Roach. Gonna need to get a lot more stuffing. My brittle knees can finally do squats, please. Oh no, Julian's lost everything gambling. Not meant to be a gambling stream. Yeah, I might stitch, I might sew. Or do you guys just wanna chat with me until the very end? Big Roach plush sounds awesome. It does. It does, but it's so far away. It'll take a while. I need to find the right material for the eyes and the body. I wish I was looking this up. I'm trying to find if there's gold glow in the dark belt. And I did see there was something about it, but it doesn't seem very concrete. I think you have to soak it in certain things, or you have to buy it specially made. But if there's glow in the dark felt, I would love to make Cosme Roach out of all those special things, so that Cosme Roach actually glows in the dark. So that even when it's dark out, I'll always be able to find Cosme Roach to hug and cuddle with. And we have our mini-me's in the next D&D stream. I'll think about it. I don't know if I'll have this in D&D stream, because D&D stream is very involved. A lot of people are typing. I don't know if this will be a distraction if it's below the screen. I'll think about it because you asked. Gonna take some time tending for the plush. Yes. Plush. Oh, your name is perfect. I realize. It's just one letter off from plushie. Nah, it's our inner mind. Well, it'd be cute, that's true. I'll try it out for a stream. Our next D&D stream, the one that we're gonna do with chat and everybody, it's gonna take a little bit, okay? Because next week I'm gonna be doing the D&D stream with all my friends. That's gonna take up a slot. And then after that, we'll continue our regular D&D streams where we're climbing up the tower and trying to solve puzzles. So please be a little bit patient. I know it's a bit far away. Just one big me, that's all your chatters. One big Julian. If you can. Now I'll have to limit the stream to only one chatter. I wonder if I could do that for D&D where I only have one person on at a time. I'm not sure. All the chat. I think I will need to get someone to code that for me. Hello, Julian. I will need someone to code it for me in order to make it work. It's not something I can do by myself. Nabe, how you doing, Nabe? I so rarely get to see you because our timings don't match up. Are you not safe? This is gonna be the whole stream. It's just me playing with chat at the bottom of the screen. You guys are like, don't bomb us there. Okay, I'll stop. I won't bomb y'all. Too busy cuddling Cosme Roach. Really squishy. I'm gonna make more effort to catch on the D&D streams. It'd be so fun if you would join us for a D&D stream. We'll need to finish up the episode, but it might take longer as well, just cause I'm a little bit extra busy this week. Oh, bombed is funny. I'm a little bit extra busy this week because of my poor scheduling. It's my own fault that I'm so busy because I've scheduled everything on a singular day and I have deadlines to meet because I agreed to write someone and I need to finish it by tomorrow. I've got the outline written out, so it's fine. I'm telling myself it's fine. I don't know if it's fine, but I've got everything more or less planned to be written out, so I might do that after the stream. What dice roll do I need to romance Danny? DC 30. You need a +10 modifier, and you need to get a perfect nat 20. And a single nat 20 isn't enough. You need a +10 in order to get that. 10A is impossible. that's the impossible dice roll. But you know what? I've made it's actually possible to do a 30 in a dice roll. I'm a rogue with expertise and reliable talent. Gambling times as Julian. Is the reason you all like D&D streams because you get to gamble. Thank you for the hydrate, Hermit. I will hydrate in. I'll follow your advice. I'll wait an hour and then I'll drink coffee. It's not even real coffee. It's mocha. I told one of my wasteland friends today. I asked them, is drinking 2 cups of coffee bad? And they just looked at me, and they just gave me a look, and then it went off into science. Drinking mocha is metal. Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's the chocolate of coffee. Oh no, Julian is addicted to gambling. Please, you can join us for the next D&D stream. Honestly, you should join us. I miss having a little bit of your chaos, chat. But chat was really smart last session. It's a difficult role, but not an impossible role. That's what gamblers say. Don't fall into gambler's fallacy. Remember to quit while you're ahead. Save your savings. Julian, don't fall to the temptation. Exactly, Julian, don't fall. You're better than this. Don't need to gamble life save. For the pat juice. Are you guys sleepy? I know some of you are. It's really late for you. Others, this is like in the afternoon for all of you. Then just one more roll from hitting. You're right. I must not fall to the temptation to quit. Oh no. This is not a gambling stream. I assure you. We only use dice for D&D. Can you imagine if they use a whole D20 for actual gambling? I think, can't tell if it'd be worse or better. Mama did not raise a quitter. This is. Oh no. Can we give a dedication out to Julian, who has unfortunately fallen to their gambling fallacy? Don't gamble, guys. It's not good. It's not good for all of you to gamble. You never prosper. Play D&D instead. The consequences are much more fun. Play D&D. See, it's food. Julian has mastered it. Good in just one. I set up my... I continue stitching then. I remember I once played a bard with a +23 to precision, so the DC 30 isn't too hard. That's true. Some people get insane numbers if they just spec all into the one singular thing. I am going to I think I'm gonna set up my stitching station, and I'm going to stitch for everyone. I'll just continue making crony plush, but give me a second. I'm gonna set everything up. It's gonna take a little bit of time, so I will leave you with a be right back screen, and I'll come back in give me about 10 minutes, kids. Okay, bye, and friends. Give me about 10 minutes to get everything set up. think. Shift around, figure it out. Make myself a little bit, just a little bit bigger. And make Crony just a little bit smaller. No gamble. No, no gamble. No gamble. No gamble, people. Up here. And we'll cover up the droid cam app a little bit. Hello, hello. I'm back with hand warmer. Like my upside down polar bears. Oh my god, a severed head. Oh no, it's not safe for stream. Crony, do you like what I've done with him so far? Got no more pins in him. Let me change the title. Alright, I've changed the title. The hand warmers are back, yeah. Billion, stop talking about the heads in your basement. Take better care of the heads in your basement. Why are they moldy? You need to air them out. Let me shift a little bit. Always a lot of shifting involved when doing. Flash time with 10. Yeah, I couldn't think of anything else to do. I didn't have time to set up a reaction stream or anything. You know, I made the molest. Julian, please don't talk about the heads in your basement, or else I need to raise the age rating of the stream. At some point, I probably have to. At some point, I'll probably just raise it to 16 or something, so everyone is in the know. And yeah, this is Crony Plush so far. Don't be sad. The head in your basement wouldn't like that. If you're sad. Cause gambling. Yeah, cause everyone's gambling. I feel like I'm obligated to raise the age rating if people do gamble. Poor kids will never know the love of gambling. Not real money, I promise. I promise, Twitch, please don't hurt me. I can't gamble anymore. Yeah, I can see how far we've come with Crony Plush. And I didn't slow him all the way down. Just because I wanted you to be able to do this. And show off more of his brain. His squishy brain. Me UNC slot machine. You can see his brain is squishy. Naturally over time when you have fluff and stuff, you will see it compress over time, so his head will eventually be flat after a lot of hugging. We'll hug a lot. Trying to make a moral story about gambling my retirement fund, but I ended up getting the jackpot. Oh no. Look, kids, you're not always gonna get the jackpot. Don't gamble. But don't give away your hard-earned savings. A tasty brain, yeah. Super tasty brain. You might get some weird noises from today, cause Sleepy just randomly make little noises. I don't know. It might not. Today I'll take it a bit easy. I'm gonna sew his ears. I'm just gonna chat with everyone. I'm gonna put Crony aside for a little bit and can stay over here. How do we do? I think it's exclamation mark battle. But I don't know if I have to set it or somebody else needs to set it. I can try. You know, see whether it works. Doesn't seem to be doing anything. I need to figure out how to do all the extra stuff that stream avatars can do. I didn't even know you could gamble, so you've introduced me to a world of gambling today. I'm not sure where it is, Julian. I'm sorry. I'll go look it up after stream. Or actually no, I'll look it up after stream because I wanna get sleep afterwards. It's just typing. Oh. I'll look it up because I know you can actually do duels with stream avatar, but I'm not sure how exactly. I need to figure it out as well. Could not find target. Oh, I think you have to I think it's exclamation mark duel, and then you type in the name of the person that you want to duel with. Let me make sure I've pinned up the stream message. Remember to do that every time, so it's pinned in other chat. Cancel title set or decline within 50 seconds. Oh, is anything happening? Oh wait, I need to turn on that so I can see. Ta-da! It's like, goody, remember me. Is it dueling? Monkey says Monkey dueling has declined the duel. Do you have to type exclamation mark accept and then the other person's name as well? Try again. Try typing accept with the person's name as well. Maybe that will. Hello, goody. Welcome to the very sleepy stream, the very sleepy sewing stream. I should widen my. Did it not show up? Goody, try typing in exclamation mark accept with Julian's name, and then we'll see what happens. I think you need to do exclamation mark accept with the name next to it, so they know that you're accepting it from a specific person. Goody, do it, please. Begs Julian. I'm gonna play some Hogwarts. Hope you don't mind. No, it's alright. Go and play Hogwarts. It's coming along. We have a hit. Oh, they're fighting. They're fighting in the streets. Doesn't help that they have the same avatar. How do you get the details on the plush? What is the process called? So, the way my plushes are is that I use a template from somebody called Mimi It's Cool Bits. I believe that's her name. Monkey Julian won. Goody's dying. It's okay, Goody. You can play Hogwarts Legacy while you're gone. Yeah, so I started plush making And I bought a template from somebody called Mimi. It's Cool Bits. They're on the red video platform, and I've been using that template ever since. But I've modified it so that I could, you know, like for example, that template doesn't have this brain here. It only has this face. So I changed it so that there's a brain here. The hair is always modified. Things like right now what I'm doing, the bunny ears is different. But so far it's always been the same template for the head because I really love the head shape that they created. So it's always this head shape. And then it's just a rough guide for where the eyes are. So I always follow this outline. Sometimes I make it smaller, sometimes I make it bigger, depending on what I need to do with the head and all. But yeah, it results in this after it's sewn down. And you can check her out. You don't actually need to buy the template. If you want to support her, please do. She's really awesome. So check her out. And if you want to start making plushes, get the template. But it's not necessary at all, and you can just look at how she does things and sort of estimate the size as well. That's how a lot of plushies are made actually. People just estimate the size of what they need and they look at how other people do them and they just take it from there. My stitches are not really good today because I'm a bit sleepy. But it's okay. We're just gonna... Chances are we might just sew this bunch for the whole stream. I could do it with a sewing machine, it'd be faster, but then I wouldn't get to sew and talk to everyone. And if we finish the ears quickly, I'm gonna try and see if I can do the body a little bit for Crony Plush. The body is gonna be a whole other challenge. I decided that I'm going to do his whole being first, so just the head and the body before I do all of the fun things like the accessories and the clothing and all that. Oh wait, this is not my sewing needle, this is my stitching needle. Where's my sewing needle gone? My embroidery needle. Here's my sewing needle. Yeah, that's my sewing needle. The much more sharper, more painful one. I think I told some of you guys already. I'll say it again. His body. His Crony's body, I wanted to do something a little bit special. Because in the full outfit, new form of gambling, oh no! They found gambling and violence. That's how D&D was created. People wanted to fight with luck. With luck and a few rules. You know how we all used to play fight as kids? D&D is just play fighting but with rules added so you know who's a winner. Gladiatorial combat. I don't know if this is better or worse than gambling, but I think I support it more than gambling. Gladiatorial combat. To earn stars. The Geneva Convention, more like the Geneva Suggestion. Oh no. We still respect the Geneva Convention because we're not in war. We are in a sports duel. This is like wrestling, but less fake. It's real wrestling. It's fake real wrestling. Oh. Lit. Far off sleep. I'm feeling a little bit more awake. Still really sleepy. Probably shouldn't be stitching while sleepy, honestly. With sharp needles and scissors and threads. Probably shouldn't do this. Technically, it's a sports deal that's not active war, so the Geneva Convention still applies. Yeah, thank you. You're right. The Geneva Convention still applies because this is for sport. This is not. It's not the blood war. Ouch. It says this. Hey, Van, congrats on winning your duel. It's gonna be more fun when I actually have custom stream avatar, so everyone can be somebody different. Ew. Uh-oh, I've tangled up a thread. We just started. Can't afford to have tangled thread. Sometimes your thread is just... It just gives up. Your thread just gives up halfway. Sometimes not even halfway. Sometimes at the beginning of your stitch, your thread gives up and it says, I'm gonna be tangled now for absolutely no reason. I'm gonna knot myself into a impossible to unravel knot. And you're just gonna have to deal with it. That's kind of like how life is. You just... then it's busy stitching. Okay. I'm sorry, I'll accept the next one if I see it. I'm trying to untangle a knot. I have no time for fighting. I need to untangle knots in my threads. It's a metaphor for life. Sometimes you just have to stop and untangle a knot in your life. If they accept the force of the universe is against you. Yeah. I need to go and study more modules. I know this is strange. I need to study more D&D modules because I'm gonna be running a few long campaigns soon. I can tell you the ones that I'm gonna be running. I'm gonna be running the Descent into Avernus campaign. Really popular. A lot of people have been playing it because of BG3. They wanted to get more of Baldur's Gate and see what it's like, so they all chose Descent into Avernus. Which is, and for those of you who don't know, Avernus is basically the underworld in D&D. Well, it's one of the underworlds. There's a few underworlds in D&D, and they're like layers. And if I start talking about all the layers, it's gonna sound really nerdy. So I won't, because I want you guys to think that Tene is still cool. Tene is not a complete nerd. Tene is one of the cool kids. Cool stitching kids. Just very slowly stitching, trying to figure it out. Running the layers of hell, then there's the abyss. Exactly, Baker. You know. You are into the D&D lore. Oh, please nerd out. Nerdy stuff is the coolest. Yeah, so they'll be going into Avernus. I won't spoil it too much in case anybody ever wants to play Avernus. Avernus, as actually they say. I keep calling it Avernus. It's Avernus. And there's in Avernus there's something called the Blood War that's going on. The Blood War is run by different archdemons and archdevils. And in D&D in D&D there is a difference between demons and devils. Let me see if I can remember. You know how in D&D there's a difference between a warlock, a wizard, and a sorcerer. The difference is how they get that magic. The Blood War sounds cool. It's sad because a lot of innocents get caught up in it, but it's a war between the different demon and devil lords. Oh, is Goody heading off? Oh no, Goody's Goody's getting punched in the stream avatars. There you go. Goody's gone. I feel like I can still hear Goody. I feel like I still hear his voice. I fling him. He's gone. I'm sorry, Goody. You hurt Julian. You have to leave the stream now. You've been flung out. You have to canonically leave the stream. The Blood War is the war between the demons, the abyss, and the devils. Yes, it's true. It's kind of weird because the demons and devils are also kind of against each other as well, because they're all vying for control of, you know, the demonic forces, of evil. They are, it's a power grab basically, but in a way, the Blood War is also good because it's kept them all busy, so they're all preoccupied with it. They have less time to come and disturb the mortal realm, the material plane. But there's a difference between devils and demons in D&D, if anybody can guess. Let me see if I can remember the difference, if I remember which is which. So I think demons are the ones that are just kind of feral. They're just power hungry. They're not savages. They're tyrants. They're warlords. They're conquerors. Whereas devils, I may have gotten it backwards. Devils are lawyers. Devils, they have rules. They have contracts. You can make a pact with a devil. You can rarely make a pact with a demon. I think that's correct. It's hard to remember which is which. Yes, but now you know whether you encounter a demon or if you encounter a demon, you can't do anything. But if you encounter a devil, you can bargain. You can appeal to a sense of reason. Devils are from the 9 hells, lawful evil, and demons from the chaotic evil. Yeah, that's true. So the way I remember it is there's a phrase that says better the devil you know. So you can know devils, you can bargain with devils, you can never bargain with demons, or at least it's very extremely hard to bargain with demons because they just prefer to hit you. Just bullying at this point, not a good thing, buddy. Remember last stream? Don't bully. Nobody bully one another. You can fight to the death and you can gore one another, but you know bullying. I draw the line at bullying. Death and destruction is okay. Stream avatar bombs are alright, but I draw the line at bullying. You can attack each other, no doubt, but not in a bullying way. It has to be consensual fighting. We care a lot. Why bully me? I've never done anything mean. This true baker has been really nice. Julian is venting out their gambling. Buy the baker. Oh. You can always refuse deals if you don't want to. Except in D&D, if somebody challenges you to a deal, you're kind of locked in. You only bully Tene by complimenting her. Tene is not really a her. Tene is just Tene. Tene is Tene. Weird little blob. Don't bully Tene. Don't bully Tene. Tene is small. Hi, Krizek. How much is 0 divided by 0? Error. It's an error. You spelled my name wrong, Julian. There's no Tenene streams. 0 divided by 0. It's in the infinity of the cosmos. It's 42. Forgot to ask, do you have mounts in D&D? Oh yes, there's a whole system for mounts in D&D. It's 1? Explain to me the logic of the 0 divided by 0 equals 1. Cause this guy can write a hippogriff. Yeah, so there are griffins in D&D. You can mount griffins. They're rarer. They're not that common. The most common mounts are horses. Horses and all sorts of creatures exist in D&D. Pegasi, griffins, sphinx. I can't think of anything else. Owl bears. You could mount an owl bear. 0 equals 0. Then 2 divided by 2 is 1. I trust your logic. I'm not gonna look further into that. I'm just gonna believe it. Bear, I saved mine from the poaches. Oh, the owl bear. So mounted combat is new stream elements. I don't know if stream elements can accept. So 0 divided 0 is 1. Thank you for your insight, because 0 is 0. I guess that makes sense. If you have nothing and you put nothing into nothing, you get something. Julian's just dueling everybody. You replace your gambling addiction with a lust for violence. Yeah, so it's wise words. You put nothing into nothing, you'll get something. So we should all do nothing. Chaos. So you can create thing from nothing. Genius. You are. I mean, look at all of this. I created this from, well, it's not really nothing. There was scraps and cloth evolved. I want my noble, not Nobel. I don't have a noble. I'm sure that your princess is in another castle. I'm told. And be prince minister. Prince minister of the land. Speaking of prince, I've been thinking about playing Slay the Princess, but I'm not sure. I saw one of my friends play it and I was tempted. Your opponent does not have enough currency. They just called you poor. Julian, this is what you get from gambling. Never gamble. Do 10. lower the rate. I was talking about mounted combat. So in D&D there is mounted combat. You get various stuff, like your animal is usually faster than you. Sometimes you get advantage because you're on a horse, and it's really scary when people are on a horse. So of course you have advantage. Why wouldn't you? You're on a horse. You're on a beast of an animal. Hi, Ultimate Warrior. I took a joke about chemistry, but I didn't get a reaction. And that is my stream just becoming science, puns, and math logic. I'm not complaining. I'm just asking. It's all science. Should I put a cooldown on the duels as well? When does a dad joke become a dad joke when it's apparent? You're on fire, Ultimate Warrior. Science and mathematics are great fun. That's how we got D&D. We got D&D by people wanting to do math for fun and make their own weird science. I used to have a fear of speed bumps, but I'm slowly getting over it. I'm gonna read every joke out until my voice can't read them out anymore. Hello, Ultimate Warrior. Welcome to the stream. Come and relax with us. Feel free to make more science puns or non-science puns. Or, you know, just lurk and relax. I'm Tenny. I'm from the post-apocalypse. And I will be your... I don't know what I am. I'm your host today. I'm your streaming buddy. Sewing buddy. Ad starting soon. Who are those extra minis? I think some of them are bots. Some of them are the bots in the chat. Like Streamer Elements has a miniature stream avatar. I have a bunch of miniatures on my chest, on my desk. Not chest, my chest of drawers. My chest of drawers has a bunch of miniatures on them. They are very cute miniatures. A lot of them. I have the whole binding of Isaac miniature line. They're all arranged on top of my cupboard of board games. All the Binding of Isaac figurines are there. Blind game. Should I have Nightbot challenge? I think I could make Nightbot challenge people every so often to a duel. I will have to get the command in. And then why can't you trust atoms? Because they make everything up. I like how you had to put the /J. I appreciate you putting the... I forget what it's called. The tone marker. But at the same time, it's just like, how would you know it's... you assume that nobody will know it's a joke. Oh no, Julian's back to gambling. Julian, no. We just saved you with mindless violence. Now you're back to the slots. Oh no. What have we done? We've lost Julian again. Again, this is why everyone should play D&D. Cause then you're gambling, but you're gambling safely. I'm gonna always bring everything back to D&D. Because I'll attack Julian, we can't let them gamble. She's attacking one another. Oh. Kenny, I think you invented gambling in chat. Oh no. Is this allowed by Twitch? On a serious question, is this actually... If it's fine with Twitch, I'm more than fine. I'm just worried that Twitch will throw a little hissy fit and say, no, you can't have any gambling in chat, even if there's no consequences to it. I'm afraid of the Twitch gods. They're the only people more powerful than DM 10A. Kill them all. Yeah. Be nice to one another in chat. That's all I can say. I can't actually do that much. I could ban people, but nobody has done anything bannable. I need to give some people moderator powers in chat. I've been meaning to do that, but I have not. Enslave him! Hey. No. Again, we probably shouldn't talk about enslaving goblins. Their goblins are people too, you know. Don't cross too many lines, Julian. Don't cross too many lines. Come back to us, Julian. You're entering the dark side. We need you to remember. We need you to remember Bob. Remember Bob. Bob wants you to be kind to all animals and goblins and bakers and goodies. Remember Bob. Bob doesn't want to see you go over to the dark side. Remember, we're doing all of this for Bob. Bob has been how often should you tell a chemistry joke periodically? Oh no. We've lost Baker to the I can save Julian's soul from the dark side. I can't save Baker. I can't save Baker from the puns. You can't save someone from the puns. Once they've chosen their life, you just have to let them go. Somebody's gambling, you can get them help at an addiction center. You can ban them from gambling. You can talk to them. But somebody who's gone all the way and started making that puns, you can't save them. There's just nothing you can do. Which is sad. They're just lost forever. Oh man, I'm an uncle. I've been doing these puns for years. Yeah, exactly. See, somebody can quit gambling. You can get someone to quit gambling. You can rehabilitate them. You can make it so that they learn from their ways. But somebody who does puns, they're stuck. Forever and ever, they're just stuck. You can't escape it. It's become a lifestyle to them. And you just have to accept it and let them go. You can't save everybody. Some people are just lost to the puns forever. The only thing you can do is move on with your life and wish them well. And maybe one day They'll they'll return from the puns. I restored the goblin's faith in Goblinkin, which is a goblin thing, right? If the main boss is a goblin. I just read, my sleep adult mind has just read goblin over and over and over again. I don't actually know what I just said. Too bad they aren't that punishing. Magic kind. Are we talking about Magic the Gathering? The card game? I know a lot of people who are really into that card game. Honestly, I would be into it too. It looks very fun. I've played a few games. But the reason I'm not gonna get into it is that even in the post-apocalypse, it's expensive to get into. Magic is a very expensive sport. And you can say, Tene, you can just play the game and not buy any of the fancy stuff. No, I cannot. If I see something that looks fun and I'm part of that hobby, I'm gonna get it by any means possible. It's not good. Oh, Julian's back to gambling. I'm gonna put a cooldown on the gambling just to save Julian from squirreling away all that money, all that gold. Accept my fate. Mini-me. Did someone call Mini-me? Nobody's redeemed Mini-me. Pay $2 for you, Mini-me. What do you mean you paid $2 for Mini-me? I can't play Magic, hurts my brain at times. You need to start with like really slow stuff, because it does hurt your brain because it's a lot of complicated stuff. But when you think about it, it's just cards telling you to do certain things in certain order. Once you get that Magic, it's just like the cards control the game. I think it's much easier to get into. I need to sleep. Go and sleep. Julian, your brain is gambler's brain. This is your brain on gambling. It's no good. Oh, I need to turn this inside out. I don't have the nails for it. I've got a pencil. Haha. I should have made the turning out hole a little bit wider, because it's really difficult to turn it out now. One more before... No, Julian, save yourself. Stop the gamble. You think about your future generations. You need to leave something behind for them. It can't be gambling debts. Did you hear that Oxygen proposed to Magnesium? OMG. Oh, Baker. You are now pun master. This. If I was more awake, I'd be laughing at all this. I forgot the Yeah, we didn't know you were joking. You were completely serious. Oh, Julian. Go and sleep, but don't, if you need a good cry, sometimes a cry is necessary. Cry for all the things you've lost during gambling, and then think about what you've done. Oh my god, it's like trying to give birth, because I'm trying to push this thing out, but maybe that's the graphic. I'm going to put that in my PC. His ear is not turning out. Trying to turn it over so we get the nicely formed ear, but it's just stuck. Because Crony doesn't listen. Crony doesn't listen at all, that's why. Stubborn zombie bunny ear. I feel like if I had longer nails, I'd be able to do this. I have more grip. Ew. A little stain, but it's fine. Hi, Julian. It's like 1:30 in the morning, but the Hogwarts grinds continue. Go to sleep, goodie. Your sleep's important. You can always grind Hogwarts when you're awake. Go to sleep, people. Take care of yourselves. Stop burning the midnight oil. Ah, there we go. Ah, we finally got it. Push through to the other side. There we go, that's his full year. I need to sew it like this. And I need to put an eyeball in it. I'm gonna sew it. I'm gonna sew it shut first, yeah. Before I sew it down to the head. Good night, Julian. Why the chemists like nitrates? They're cheaper than day rates. I don't get that one. I'm sorry, Baker. That's the first pun I don't get. Why do chemists like nitrates? They are cheaper than day rates. Oh, okay. I see. Nitrates. I have a break from uni till March, so not much to do, to be honest. You still get sleep, goodie. Especially while you're young and able. You're young and able to get sleep. Once you start working, you're not gonna be able to get as much sleep as you like. Never take it for granted. I am going to... I'm gonna fix this stitch, of course, because it's coming out. And it shouldn't stay in the closet. I'm gonna take my first swig of mocha. Because it's been an hour since I've been awake. I'm gonna take my first swig of mocha. I can show you like the top of the bottle. But I can't open the bottle. Oh no. Oh no. I can't open it. I can't open my mocha. it's I'm always really bad at opening bottles. I'm very weak. It's not opening. It's not opening, chat. Okay, I have a cloth around it. See? Okay, I got it. I got it open. I did it. I failed a turn. I've never been able to open. How do you ensure that the plush is an equal level of stuff? So, right, I mean, think my note. And read Baker's pun. Baker's pun is very important. What kind of weapon can you make up? Potassium, nickel, and iron. A knife. Oh, Baker. Can you just join all my streams and just be my pun bot? You just come and you say puns and you don't do anything else. How do you ensure the plush is equal level of stuffing? So, what I used to do, right, is I would understuff my plush and I would never get the right head shape. I can actually show you an understuff. It's Chris. This is Chris. It's Chris. This is a character belonging to one of my friends. I want to make him to a plush. I will probably remake him at some point in future just because I'm not happy with the stitching and everything. Let me show you all my mistakes. Firstly, he's fuzzy because he's old. Secondly, he's got not enough stuffing in it. And stuffing deflates over time. So, you know when you have a stuffed bear and you hug it a lot, like over the years you see it becomes smaller and thinner because over time the stuffing inside, it will compact. it won't stay fluffy forever. It will get compacted down really tightly. The solution is to just restuff it. You can see he doesn't have the best sort of stitching. You can see, if you look close, you can see that all the stitching threads are really visible because they weren't sewn tight enough. His arms are kind of just hanging off a little bit. I still love him. He's still special little first ever few plushie. I'm really proud of his hair, but his head shape is also not right. So you can see his chin, which you're not supposed to. It's supposed to be like this on the plush, where the chin is kind of hidden underneath because the stitching is more tightly together. Anyway, those are all the flaws of this plush. That's not done well. But you can see that he's understuffed, so he is quite squishy. And that's because I was afraid of overstuffing him and going too far. And you know, you never want to strain the stitches on the plush. But what you actually need to do is just stuff it full, just as much as possible in there. It's like, if I get a pencil, I can't actually move. If I mean, I can force it in, but you can see it doesn't sink in all the way. I also use the scraps from previous the stuff that I cut open. So when I cut open things, I have a lot of like spare scrap cloth. So I'll just stuff it all inside the stuffing because it's all cotton anyway, and it kind of provides a little bit of structure. Doesn't deflate as much as the cotton does. Loose threads I also put inside there just to recycle it. So what you want to do if you ever want to restuff an animal, your plushy animals, or you want to restuff a plush, is to don't be afraid to just make it so that it is impossible to push anything inside. Just stuff it full. You don't need to stuff it to the point where it's straining. You can see that it's not straining, but it is very full. Because like I said before, this stuffing is gonna deflate over time, so it will naturally become smaller. So if you have a little bit of felt bulging out, it's fine. In fact, it's more than fine, because you want to get this shape as well. So you have to just pack it in as full as possible. And some tips with stuffing. Some of the things with stuffing as well, I'll just pick it from here, is when you take out stuffing, what you want to do is, instead of just packing it, you want to tear it apart, because you're introducing air into it, is what I think, and you're making it fluffier. You're making it expand a bit more, so you don't use as much stuffing. Because when you first get stuffing out of the packet, right, it comes like this. It's already a little bit torn. So what you have to do is usually very compact. It comes like this actually. It's very firm. You have to tear it a little bit and just play with it so that it puffs out a bit more. You have a bit more stuffing to work with. Because you don't want it to start compact. You want it to start fluffy, so that you get this kind of nice bounce. Get this nice bounce of it. If it was all compact, it would just be really rock solid, and you wouldn't get this squishiness at all. And you want to I can't show it because the head is already stuffed full, but when you put in the stuffing, you want to kind of take a tool or your fingers, and you just want to compact it as much into every nook and cranny that you have inside your plushie. This doesn't have to be for making plushies as well. If any of you have a plushie that's really old and the stuffing has compacted and deflated a bit, you can cut a small stitch somewhere. You can find like a stitch line here. Just take your scissors or your stitch ripper if you have one. Cut a small line or cut a hole like in the back of the head where nobody can see. Or if your plushie has like these hidden layers, cut something like here. And then you can do your restuffing inside. You can stuff it full of fluff again. You can buy fluff from most craft shops. They're really cheap. They're really easy to find. You can put in scrap cloth as well that you don't really use as much. And you just take your tool and you make sure you kind of nudge everything into every corner of the, in this case is the head. So like every corner there's stuffing like stuffed inside, so that it's all super compact. And what you want to do is, actually I think I can stuff this head a little bit more. when I actually sew it down to the body. Is as you're pushing everything in, you want to just get it as much stuffing as possible on the inside, until to the point where your tool or your finger or whatever can't actually go in that far. So I think I can stuff this head a bit more, but I'm gonna avoid it for now so it doesn't overflow. And you sort of create the shape on the inside as well as you're stuffing it, as you're sculpting it. You can kind of press down on certain parts. Like, okay, I want this to be a bit sharper. What do you get by mixing barium with 2 atoms of sodium? A banana. Oh, Baker. I want to see the day you run out of puns, so keep them coming. Krizik, I limit the chat to English speaking so that everyone can understand. I don't know what you're typing, but we only do the English here so that everyone is able to everyone's able to talk to one another. I don't want to isolate people. I know you're doing like the Polish jingle. But I'm gonna delete them. It's okay. It's okay. YouTube is hard to put down the rules. But yeah, we do. I limit the chat to English just so everyone can understand one another. I love other languages. I love that my chat can speak other languages. I think it's amazing. And you're all really smart if you're able to speak multiple languages. I told an ad. I know you told. It was the jingle, right? The jingle from the juice, not the juice, the vitamin commercial. I got Polish friends. I know. Why a voice sound like Himiko talk? I don't know. Just how I sound like. I can't help it. I've been cursed with this voice. I've been cursed, and now I am subjecting all of you to the torture of listening to my voice. I'm also a bit sleepy, so it's a bit more slurred today. You're dangerous. I am dangerous. I am the night. Tried to make maniacal laughter. I can't do it on command. I can't do maniacal laughter on command. I need to. You must give me something to maniacally laugh at. You must give me a reason to One does not simply laugh maniacally. One needs a reason. And that was stuffing lessons with 10A, stuffing 101. Oh. 10A has a cute voice. Thank you. I've always thought my voice was annoying, actually. I've said this before. Those of you who have been here, you know I've said this tons and tons of times. Hang on, Baker's a new pun. We have to drop everything first. What did the chemist say when he found 2 isotopes of helium? I hope you're coming out with all this on the top of your head. I don't want to imagine you looking at us. I want to imagine that this has just been brewing for years in your arsenal. Yeah. When I was younger and even up to now, I always thought my voice was annoying because it was so high pitched and just weird sometimes. Sometimes I just make random noises to just like pad out silence. I haven't done it on stream, but on my own. 10A the plush surgeon. Yeah. We are plush people. I've only scratched the surface on puns. These have been some chemistry puns. Some of them are ones I heard before from other dad joke makers. Plus is not plus. Baker's too powerful. What do you think, chat? Ears here are a little bit further back. I guess I could stuff them in here. Then you kind of hide the stitch a little bit. It's got big ears. Ronnie has some big ears. I would love to start a series actually. Goody, you've given me an idea of people sending in their plushes and I just repair them. But you know, there's a girl called I think Moira on the Red streaming on the Red video platform. She paints plushies and she fixes everybody's. Well, they're not plushies. They're the they're the plastic ones, the plastic squishamables, the plastic the squishamables. They're made of like, you know, the plastic and then you I think there's stuffing on the inside of cotton, and people send their old ones to her and she fixes them up and she repaints them. And I just had a thought, like, it'd be really fun to fix people's plushies and give them new life, but at the same time, what could I actually do? Like, if somebody sends me a bear and is missing an arm, or they send me a bear with an arm, squishies, that's the one. She does squishies. I think she's called Moira. If they just send me a bear with a missing arm and I just put the arm back on and that's it. I guess I could give the bear accessories, right? I could make him a new arm. I could turn the bear into something else by sewing him. That'd be fun to do. People send me their old plushies and I give them new life, and then I guess I send them back. I don't really want to keep them because I don't have space to keep them. This crony with one bunny ear. And he has an eyeball that goes inside here. I'll need to do that later on, but I'm just gonna do everything base first. There's so many eyeballs. He has a ton and tons. He has tons of eyeballs actually on his model. Yeah, I think I'll put it all the way at the back. Ow. She does squishies and she paints over them and she kind of makes them more fun. Like, she'll take a plain brown bear and she'll turn it into like a dessert bear. You could make outfits. I could. Oh, chat, you have such good ideas. Goody, that's such a good idea. While fixing them. Chat, we need to flatten it plushies. I need to open like a PO box, but it's gonna. I guess you have to spend to open a PO box, right? You can't just open one for free. I could open a PO box. I open a whole PO box and people just send me plushies and then I fix them on stream and give them new life. And I guess send them back, or I don't think I can sell them because they belong to people, right? Unless they're actively just donating them. Trying to make this ear more ear-like. That. How's that? See? Not completely straight. The ear, not crony. I don't know cronies. Bad joke. I would love to be flooded with plushies though. Oh, but then I'd have to wash all of them because you gotta... When you're doing plushie work, you gotta have clean hands. Because felt absorbs a lot of things easily. The oils from your skin and all that. So my hands are very dry right now. Because they need to work on plushie. Rest assured, I should say, all the plushies I work on with clean hands, dry hands, sanitary environment, surgical. When I repair your plushies, they are repaired in a sanitary, clean, sterilized environment, and they're all taken care of really well. Cause plushies, I've knotted the thread again. All plushies deserve to be loved, no matter what they are. Well, I guess if you make a plushie of a serial killer, then maybe not. Okay, how do I want to do this? Okay. I think I know how to do this. It's gonna be a little bit weird for a bit while I try and tamp this down. So when it's closed, it will look like this. The ear will look like this. It's a little bit pointed out, but that's fine because bunny ears aren't straight on anyway. Maybe when they donate the plushies, you can donate them to people in need. Oh yeah. I guess I can put them like a charity bin. That's a good idea, Andrew. It's a great idea. I can give them to a charity bin. I can give them to other. I could also, I guess, give them back to the community as well. I mean, one idea is to sell them, but it does feel a bit weird to sell other people's plushies even after repairing them. I guess if it's a donation, it's fine. But I do love the idea of giving some of them to charity, or giving all of them to charity. Some child will love them. Didn't expect to do so many plushie stuff on this channel. Honestly, I thought plushie would just be one that I can't talk. Plushies would just be one thing, but I kind of fell back in love with them. Chunky plush. All my plushies are very chunky, that's true. I kind of fell back in love with making plushies thanks to all of you. Because, you know, it was my hobby, I did enjoy doing it. I've made a ton of plushies and I love all of them. But it was kind of becoming a little bit, you know, I've been doing it for a while, it's becoming a little bit weary, a bit draining. I didn't have any good ideas. And then I realized, like, hey, I want to do plushies on this channel. But what kind of plushies do I want to do? And then I thought about all the VTuber people I really like out there. And I went, yeah, I'm just gonna do VTuber plushies because they're adorable. Some of them don't have their own plushies yet, so it'd be great to make some plushies for them. Crony does have a plushie. Please go check out Crony's plushie. I'm just an advertising board for other VTubers. Go check out Crony's plushie. Some of the VTubers, I don't know if you guys have seen the list I put out as well. They do have plushies already. Like Lucian Kuromia is one of the people that's on my list. He has a plushie out already. But actually she might have a new plushie out already. She just made an announcement saying that she might have a plushie coming out soon. I wanted to do one of her because she's been a very good advice VTuber. She sort of helped a lot with the content that I do. Kind of like Vela. Vela also helped a lot in the beginning, and then Chromia was like halfway through I discovered her. I was like, okay, I really like what she does. Also want to make a plushie for her as well. Rise and Nabe. If Nabe is still around, I don't know if Nabe is still around. Rise, of course, is purely biased. Purely biased. Rise being my friend, I want to make her a plushie. And Nabe is the first ever VTuber that talked to Tene on. In fact, I think my first ever chatter. Because when I started streaming, I thought I would stream to 0 people. And I was prepared to do the thing where they said, okay, you gotta pretend you're talking to 100 people, even if you're streaming to 0, and you gotta practice that. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go in, I'm going to practice talking to nobody. It's gonna be great, because once people come in, I'll know how to talk to them. I'll know how to talk to them, I'll know how to be entertaining, because I've already had this practice with nobody around. And you know what happened? You know what happened, chat? Nabe, this wonderful streamer called Nabe PNG. They came into chat and they started talking to me. How dare they ruin my chance to practice talking to nobody? Because then suddenly I had somebody to talk to. And you know, you can't just ignore people, that's rude. So I talked to them and they were really fun and amazing. Which, you know, it's not fair. I was gonna try practicing talking to nobody at all. It was gonna be great. I was gonna learn how to deal with people not being in chat. But now they came in and they just ruined all of that. So I'm doing a plushie of them out of spite. It's the spite plush. Just pure malice is what I'm doing this plushie out of. Crony said it's too big. Too round. Should have gotten a curved needle. I say that every time, but I never actually get it because I look at it in the wasteland and I think, no, I don't think I need it yet. And I encounter stuff like this. How rude to be interrupting tennis conversation with nobody. Exactly. Exactly. I wanted to do the thing because every single piece of streamer advice I read was, okay, you're gonna talk to nobody. You're gonna have to figure out how to talk to nobody, and it's good practice for you. So I was really gung-ho. I set my expectations to absolute zero. I said, okay, nobody is gonna watch me at all because I haven't even told any of my friends that I stream. Which, you know, they say you should actually get support from the people that you know. But I thought that I wanted to do this all alone. I wanted to try seeing what I could accomplish all on my own. And Nabe ruined it. Nabe ruined it by being a very kind and wonderful person and coming in asking like, how's your stream? How you doing? Oh, you're debuting? That's wonderful. And then I learned that they're a streamer as well, and I watched some of their streams and it was really fun. So how dare Nabe do that? How dare all of you do that? I'm supposed to have 0 streamers so I could get used to talking to 0 people and learn to be entertaining with nobody there. But it's you, Spacey, plus the early ones, K-Bine as well. They all came in and they just started being so incredibly nice and entertaining and friendly. K-Bine, if you're listening, how dare you be? How dare you be amazing? How dare all of you be amazing people to talk to? So I'm miffed about that. It's one of the things I'm angry with chat about, is that you don't let me practice being completely alone and figuring out how to. Because like one day, what happens if all of you are not here? I'm gonna miss all of you, and then I'm not going to know what to say because I've never been alone before. My bad, says K-Bine. Yeah, K-Bine, you should have thought about that. You should have thought about it before you started being a positive influence. No, but in all seriousness, it is amazing that when I started this, all of you, all the early ones and all the late ones, not late, all of you here came to see Tene. Cause I still have no idea why. No idea why all of you are here. What are you doing? Yeah, I have no idea actually how all of you came to be. How all of you came here, covered me, and just decided like, hey, this VTuber, little bit entertaining, and I'm gonna watch them. I know I'm a good person, it's in my name. Oh no, I've given chat an ego. You can have an ego. Deserve it. If anyone deserves to be a little bit egotistical, it's you, chat. I still want to brag, my chat is the smartest chat because they solve D&D puzzles. I forgot the J. Hey Tene, why are plush toys never hungry? Because they're stuffed. I like that one. If I ever have like a loading screen, I'm just gonna steal all of Baker's puns, and it's just gonna be a loading screen of Baker's puns constantly playing. You see me doing, try not to go off screen, but it's just. Have you announced who will be part of the D&D stream? I will make an announcement after, not after the stream, not directly, but after this week, which is ending soon, because we're already on the weekend. But for those of you, I can give you guys an early announcement. For those of you who are curious, it will be my good friend Rise, who's a bit shy, so please be nice to her. And Chimpanzee, who is not shy, so don't be nice to him. Risei, Chimpanzee, and I have 2 new people I know from around the wastelands through the static. Some of my fellow GMs, some of my fellow game masters who might be interested in getting to streaming as well. They've also come along. I've asked them to, and they volunteered, and they'll be joining me on stream as I try to be a good game master to all of them. So it's a combination of some streamers and some people who have never streamed before, and a combination of some people who have played D&D before and some people who have not played much D&D at all. I will goodie is a story. I was scrolling through YouTube, bored out. I mean, red video platform. Don't demonetize me, Twitch. I'm not monetized. I don't know what Twitch can do. I was scrolling through red platform, bored out of my mind, and saw this streamer streaming D&D chat, which intrigued me. But I was on the YT, so I had to switch to my Twitch, which I don't regret making. Oh, that's so sweet, goodie. I don't regret having you here yet. We'll see what happens during the D&D streams. What made you? Maybe this is a narcissistic question to ask. What made you decide to stay? Is that a bad question to ask? Like why do you stay for Because you know, I get it. I completely get it if some people just come and they just want to do the D&D streams. Why do paladins wear chainmail? Because it's holy armor. Thank you, Baker. I'll give you. I want to give you an inspiration for free. I don't know how to do that over Twitch chat. But you get an inspiration. If you are in the next D&D stream, chat has one free inspiration just from your puns alone. Now you have to join. Attending is really nice. I decided to stay because I enjoyed the community and chill atmosphere. That's good. I hope so. I was really afraid that I wouldn't make my number one priority in every community. This is the first community in the community or in D&D as well. This is something I'm very, very particular about in D&D is safety. Of course, fun and entertainment is important as well. But my number one is always to make a community that is safe. You get so many horror stories of like the drama that happens with VTubers and them not making a safe community, and everybody always talks about the VTuber, and only a few people talk about like the harm that it does to a community when a VTuber does something crossing the line or hurts their community. So my number one thing is to make sure everyone is safe. And if anybody ever feels unsafe in like Discord or here, feel free to tell any of the mods, or even just say it straight in chat. Like, you know, when we do D&D streams, or I'll tell you about a recent game I had where the theme that they wanted to avoid was animal abuse, and there were a lot of animals in that campaign. So we had to tread a bit carefully. I had to be a little bit careful just to make sure that we never cross the line into like accidentally hurting an animal. Cause you know, you never want to make people feel unsafe in D&D or in any community. So that's my little message out. If anybody ever feels that something unsafe is going on, please do talk to me or talk to the mods. That's my number one goal. Everyone be safe. Everyone be happy. Everyone be safe. You get to use inspiration to punish my enemy with vicious mockery. Oh, do I just... Whenever you're in chat, goodie, I promise you this. I'll give you vicious mockery for free. And it's really nice. I decided to... Oh, wait. I need to read some questions. Some of the things people have said. Scrolled too far up. Kenny is really nice. I decided to stay because I enjoyed the community and chill atmosphere. I've read that already. For me, I think it's supporting someone I find interesting. I want to support any way I can. That's very sweet, goodie. I'm glad you find me interesting. I will continue to try and be interesting. I'll watch it as much as I can because this is the initial days when March starts. I have to reduce the queue of uni studies. That's more than understandable. Please focus on your studies. When your studies come around, do let us know so we can wish you well. Plus had exams as well. We all gave Plus a very, very heartfelt good luck. And whenever your exams come out, we want to wish you good luck as well. I would say you can put me on for like study streams, but honestly, I think I would just be too distracting and loud. Some people say they use me for sleeping streams. I don't know why. How do you possibly fall asleep to this? Is it not too annoying to fall asleep? But I'm in the last year of uni and doing my dissertation, so work is ramping up. Okay, but you have been. Is it weird to say you've been loyal? You've been a loyal viewer. You've been here nearly every stream, and I appreciate that, whether you're lurking or talking. And I wish you the best. I want all of you to do the best that you can in life, you know? And never feel bad about... I don't think you do, but some people do. Never feel bad about having to take time away from streams or from gaming or from whatever you gotta do in order to focus on yourself and make the most of your life right now. Because, you know, you're brilliant, and it would be terrible if 10A held anybody back from being brilliant. And once in a while, when you're tired or you got some free time and you got nothing to do, feel free to come around and just talk to 10A a little bit and tell me what you've been up to in your lives. You know, tell me how you've succeeded and how you've done really good for yourself. So I can live vicariously through you. No. So that, you know, I get worried about people. And I always say, we don't do parasocial relationships here. We're not parasocial. We don't really know each other. You know, stop being parasocial. But I also do... I do care about what happens to you guys, you know. And I won't use... Okay, I don't use anyone as an example. Like, the people who have exams. I want to know, like, how you think you did. I want to know that if you're having work, like, how's your work? Are you doing alright in work? Are things good? I worry about everyone. I worry about my friends a lot. I worry about chat as well. I just want everyone to be okay. But I trust all of you will be okay. I've been learning to do that. I've been learning to just trust that people are okay, even if I can't see or hear from them. Because I got a lot of paranoid thoughts. It used to be really bad. I used to watch a lot of true crime, and whenever I didn't hear from my friends for like a day or so, I'm like, did one of them get kidnapped? Is this a true crime happening? Should I do something? When, you know, most of the time they're just taking a nap. They're just enjoying life. I don't poke them. I try not to poke them because I know it's all paranoia. But I can't help but think of like the worst case scenarios all the time. I think 10A, no, I don't hate you. I don't hate you at all. I love my chat. My chat is the best chat that's out there. Chat, I really care about all of you. I really do. But again, no parasocial relationships. Not parasocially. I don't know you personally, and you don't know me personally. No parasocial. but I do care. I do care, and I do want all of you to be alright. And anybody that I don't want to be alright, I've already banned. Anybody that I don't care about, I ban, so I can freely say I do care about all of chat. The barbarian has 10 gold pieces and the rogue steals half of it. How much does the rogue take? 1d12 slashing damage? Wait, let me get that one. If a barbarian has 10 gold pieces and the rogue steals half of it. Oh, I get it. The barbarian hits the rogue. Okay, I get it. I get the pun now. I get it. I need to get it as a DM. I'm gonna steal that. I'm gonna use that in one of my campaigns. I'm gonna have a... Oh, I can do a bard character, and I'll name it after Baker. Or I'll have a baker. You know what, Baker? You just made your way into my campaign. So I'm gonna have a Baker character, and it's just gonna make puns. Yeah, it's just gonna make a ton of puns. Look what you've become. In my course, we have certification as well as a degree, so I have 80 plus students for the course. I'm one of the 20 students who managed to clear all 3 levels of 5 on the first attempt. Congratulations! That means you're in like the top, right? Is that what that means? I'm a bit dumb when it comes to educational things. I say that having gotten an education myself, but a bit slow on like figuring out the systems. Congratulations, it means you're doing good. I'm glad you're doing good. Baker's now an NPC. Yeah, you know D&D all about pulling from real life as well. So if you do have people that you know, feel free to make them NPCs. You know, let them know about it. As long as you're not, as long as it's not like I've made you an evil wizard who tortures animals based off of your character. As long as it's not that, I think they'd be happy to know that they become NPCs. And you know, just tell them you exaggerate. I'm gonna exaggerate the puns. I say exaggerate. I don't know. Maybe this is the normal level of puns for you. Maybe I'm not exaggerating anything. I slowly grow more and more powerful. Eventually be an archlich with bardic powers of mockery. Oh, next BBEG. Next big bad evil. BBEG stands for big bad evil guy, by the way. The common term in D&D. The next BBEG is just the pun bard. But the bard of pun. That means I'm a need when I need it to. That means I'm a need when I need to be. I don't know what that means, but I assume you're saying that people need you. It's good. Good to be valued for your skills and hard work. I assume that's what you mean. Takes a lot to attach a ear to a zombie, don't it? You think it'd just be like a simple attachment? It's not. It takes a lot. A lot to clamp it down. Oh, did my music stop? Hang on. Let me get my music back up. There we go. Nerd. No. I am a nerd. We're proud to be nerds. Have I told you guys how I realized I was a nerd? I had an actual moment of realization of when I became a nerd. And it was when I first started playing D&D with like a proper, like joining D&D campaigns and courses, because I couldn't find anyone to play with in my normal social group. They're all busy, so I went and joined like proper D&D campaigns. And there was this campaign we were doing. It was a one shot, so it was only one session. And we were doing this siege battle. So it's like a city under attack, and all of us were trying to defend the city collectively. There were a few tables, and it was really fun. And we had a break in between, and during that break they distributed weapons. So you know in D&D, right, there's weapons like, oh, I'll give you this amount of damage if you do this thing. And I was sat at the table with a group of people, and we had a bunch of weapons, and we were all discussing, and we were saying things such as, oh, I think you should have this rod of lightning because you can fly. So if you can fly, then when you go up to a certain height, the radius will be spread out, and you'll be able to target people from above. Or I think you should have these ice boots because you can control water with your control water spell, and you can do this with it. You can make sure that it has the most range and most AoE on people. And as we were discussing that, we were discussing like the numbers and the stats and who would be the best one to take on these weapons. I just paused for a moment in the middle of the conversation, and I thought to myself, my god, I'm such a... This is so nerdy. We're discussing imaginary numbers on imaginary weapons on imaginary characters to win an imaginary battle. And it was just a moment, an epiphany of, oh my god, what am I doing? But it was also a realization, because in that moment I was like, you know what, I've never had people to discuss these sorts of things with before. I feel like I'm finally home. I feel like I found my people. So it was both a moment of shock and also a very happy moment, because I realized I found people that get what I like, and everyone can just nerd out together and be weird nerds. It was good. We lost the siege, by the way. We all died. We all died horribly due to poor planning. So that was one thing. It was a little bit. Like my character managed to escape, but we all died. We all died due to poor planning. There was a zombie dinosaur. It came in and it killed a lot of us. The moment when you realize how nerdy D&D is, a golden moment of playing it was. I'll never forget that moment. That was truly the moment I was like, oh my god, I'm in it now. There's no escape. That was before I became like a professional DM as well, but it certainly didn't help my want to become a professional DM. It was fun though. It was all good fun. I love that moment. I call it the moment where I tell it to all my tables. It's just a moment. Zombie T-Rex, or it was actually a zombie T-Rex. The zombie T-Rex wasn't even part of the game. So it was we were fighting this. I believe it was an ogre, a giant, and like kobold and stuff, like a army that was attacking a city, and we were doing so badly. The DM was like, "Okay, how about I will bring in a zombie dinosaur. I'll bring in a zombie T-Rex because they had the model for a zombie T-Rex. It doesn't match with anything. Doesn't make sense to the theme. Just I'll bring in a zombie T-Rex. Maybe it'll help you. Maybe it will kill you. We'll see what happens." So we all agreed because we were losing really badly. So in the middle of the game, the ground opens up and up comes a zombie T-Rex from nowhere, and it just starts attacking the giant. But he was basing it off of dice rolls, so eventually it turned and started attacking us. It killed our. This is really funny. We had, we had an orc, and there was a mammoth in the battle as well. It's a really weird battle. That we had an orc and there was a mammoth in the battle, and the thing about orcs, right, is they have this special thing. A lot of the races in D&D, they have special little quirks and stuff that they can use. Quirks or abilities. And the orc has something called relentless endurance. So normally in D&D, when you lose all your health, when you lose all your health points, I'm trying to put a nerdy voice on. When you lose all your health points, you basically are down, right? You're unconscious or you're dying, and you need to do like death saving throws in order to save yourself and all that. When an orc goes down to 0 for I think the first time in a combat, the relentless endurance kicks in and they come back up on 1 health. Orc too angry to die. So they come back on 1 health. They have like 1 extra chance to continue being part of the battle. They're not downed immediately because they're really, really super strong. They're really, really super big, and they're so angry that they got kicked down that they come back out of sheer spite. So our orc was battling a mammoth. I think they were a barbarian or a fighter. I can't remember. They were battling a mammoth, and the mammoth managed to knock them down to 0 health. But because of relentless endurance, they came back up to 1. And also because of relentless endurance, the fact that they stood up made the mammoth notice them again and decide, because they were in the way, to just stomp on them. To just stomp on this poor orc that like he faints, he gets back up, and then he's just immediately squished. What makes it worse is that it was an instant death. So in D&D, there's something called instant death, which is when after somebody attacks you, they take away all your health to 0 if the remaining damage is equal to your maximum health. So for example, if you got like 1 health left and your maximum health is 20, and the person does 21 damage to you, so it's 1, you minus off the 1 health, then there's extra 20. The extra 20 is equal to your health. It's not double, it's equal. If it's equal or more to your health, it basically takes away all your remaining life points. That was how much the mammoth's foot did. So the orc knocked down, comes back up on relentless endurance, gets noticed by the mammoth, gets stomped on, and just instantly dies. It just instantly poof. There goes my orc. There goes the party's orc. It's gone. It's oh no. Oh no, we are in trouble. And from then on, we just kind of knew that that was it. That was it. There was no coming back from orc death. There was nothing we could do. We were just lost from there. Not double as a home rule you do. It was bad. It was not a good siege. We weren't prepared enough. I was playing a glass cannon wizard. I only had evocation because that was the only free one on D&D Beyond. So I just played evocation. Died a heroic. Did he? We lost. The city burned in the end. We didn't really win. The player was a good sport though. He was a really good. I can't remember who it was, but they were really good sport about it. It's like, yeah, it's alright. I tried my best. And that's what you should do with D&D. You should always have an attitude of, I tried my best. I went out super epically. Glass cannon wizard. So a wizard. No, but really glass cannon. I think I had like 15 health. 15 health and all my magic was super powerful. Nowadays, a lot of people put more health into their wizards. For those of you who don't know, by the way, for those of you who want to get more into... Our turtle is no glass cannon with exactly. Our turtle's really strong. Our turtle is amazingly strong. For those of you who don't... oh wait, Goody has a question. What would you choose in your adventure? A weapon of high degree, low cut rate, or low damage but high cut rate? I'll be honest, I love glass cannon builds. I love doing as much damage as possible. This is the tier of what I choose weapons for. Firstly, is there a status effect? If there's a status effect, I'm probably going for it. I love status effects. I love effects that can do damage when I'm not there. The second thing is like, if you never get hit, then you don't need health. Just if you never get hit, you don't need to worry about defending or about having a lot of health. You just have to hit really hard. So I will always choose the high damage. We gamble with low cut rate. Exactly. If you never hit, if you land all your hits, eventually the cut rate's gonna not matter, right? Eventually gonna hit. If you just never get hit, you'll never need to heal. You never need to get health for yourself because you know what, you'll be fine. The caffeine's kicking in now. I feel much more awake. I feel much more energetic. Skill issue if you do get hit pretty much. Exactly! If you don't get hit, then you never need to worry about, you know, the consequences of getting hit. That's how you play the game. I'm sorry, I was sewing it in the darkness. I'll sew it in the light. Do let me know if I move off screen with this. Sometimes my hands are just moving around. I don't know where I'm sewing it. And I want to at least keep it in view so you got stuff to look at. It's not entertaining. It's not that entertaining of stuff. It's just me sewing. But at least you got stuff to look at while you listen to Dene ramble on about nerd stuff. That's why I play glass cannons. If you know... Oh, but I'll be honest. I have... There's another campaign that I'm part of that we kind of paused because we're finishing up our old one. But I had a paladin in that campaign, and can I tell you, it was the first time I played with a paladin, like a paladin build with high armor. My armor class, for those of you who know what armor class is basically your defense. My armor class was like base with a shield 24, so almost nothing could hit me. And it was so good, it was so fun, like not being able to be hit. So every hit that comes like DM, does it hit? Nope, it doesn't hit. Doesn't hit at all. It's really fun to play a paladin who just can't get hit because they're so incredibly tanky. Is there a specific version of D&D that you guys play? Oh yes, please do sound off in chat. What kind of version of D&D? Or actually, I'll take your question, K-Ban. I'll twist it a little bit. Is there what TTRPGs you play? TTRPGs mean tabletop role-playing game. Doesn't always have to be D&D. There are stuff like Call of Cthulhu, or Daggerheart or Kane. Those are other RPG systems that are like D&D, but you know, they work on a different set of rules. Like some of them have less dice or different dice. For 10A, and if you're interested in any of these systems, let me know. I would love to talk about them. I'm slowly learning some of them myself. So for 10A, as a professional GM, right, I play by this is because of the rules of my organization. So I have to play by D&D 5th edition 2024 rules. I play on the latest rules. This is just because I'm doing it professionally. But honestly, I like playing on the latest rules. They're not so bad. It's easier, less tricky about looking up different stuff. 5th edition. Most people I know play 5th edition. It's interesting because I get a lot of players, or I've seen this trend where I find a lot of players who are returning to D&D, and most of them told me that they come from 2nd edition or even 2nd edition or 3rd edition. I've never really seen people who come from 4th edition. From what I know, I don't think 4th edition is that beloved. I think everyone liked 2nd and 3rd, and then 5th came along, and then everyone just started using 5th. I know my friends tried Pathfinders. Pathfinders is probably maybe the 2nd most popular one to D&D. Some people prefer it. They say it has a better combat system. I've not tried Pathfinders. I've seen a little bit of the rules. I don't remember any of them now. But Pathfinders is definitely a good system as well. It's different from D&D, of course, naturally. But it's not a bad system. None of them are bad systems. All fun. And Pathfinders, of course, I think you can play it from it is based off the actual game itself. Huh. This thread looks blue in this light. I use a blue thread. Did I not use pink? Huh. With the Daggerheart is from Critical Role, if anyone's curious. They have their own sort of system. It's funny, to tell you how important Critical Role is, right? It has actually shaped D&D in some way because they have all their custom things being added into the D&D roster just because they're so fun to play with. It's a homebrew that became an official brew. I could have added some stuffing to the ears and made them squishy, but I think I prefer them non-squishy. I learned about Kane recently from one of my colleagues. They were running a tutorial on how to do Kane, and Kane is really interesting. If you guys have ever played Persona, it's kind of like that, where you have like palaces and there are monsters created from people's traumas and all that. It's like a slightly darker version of Persona, and it has a few more rules because you're really treated like you're like secret agents with special powers. But it's really interesting and fun. A lot of it is progression based, so there's a lot of timers. They're not actual timers in Kane. What is homebrew? Homebrew is a simple way to say... oh yes, please do ask me all these D&D terms. I love explaining them. I can be a nerd and explain all of them. So, homebrew is just custom content. You know, like some people, they look at the rules of D&D, like, yeah, I like all these rules, but I want to make my own stuff. Or I want to create my own campaign. That's called a homebrew. You're brewing a campaign at home. That's why it's called homebrew. Can I show off? You I've drunk. How do I show the bottle? Pull away a bit of the bottles. Yeah. Peel a bit the bottles out. Show you how weak my tolerance to caffeine is. So, if you look at it, I know you can't see it very well. I've drunk about this much of mocha. This is a mocha. I've drunk about this much, and I'm wide awake. My caffeine tolerance is really sensitive, so I don't need to drink that much, and I'm just awake. I think this could last me the whole day. This is honestly the biggest bottle I've ever drank, and I hope to keep it low so I can keep taking advantage of how weak it is. If I get too tolerant of caffeine, then you know, I wouldn't be able to survive on just a bottle. So I won't drink it as often, so that whenever I drink it, you guys can get me super awake and just unable to sleep for the whole day. I don't know why, but I like playing a tiefling. We're thinking about doing a pirate campaign, and I made a tiefling sorcerer. That's so fun. Tieflings are really popular. A lot of people love tieflings. I think the more humanoid races are very popular. Especially for newer players, it's a bit easier for them to get into, you know, because you're playing a human but it has horns and it's red. That's easier to understand than, oh, you're playing an orc. Here are multiple books on how orcs act and all the tribes and stuff. That's crazy. It sounds super fun. Do let us know how it goes. Like, if there's anything exciting, do let us know. That's a good thing, right? Yeah, it's good that it's crazy. Yeah, if you guys got D&D stories, feel free to let me know. At some point, I'm gonna do a thing where I react to D&D stories. To a bunch of like D&D stories from all of you guys. And I'll comment on stuff. Yeah, so some D&D terms y'all probably should know when you're playing D&D, so you can look super smart to all of your friends. Is like, so homebrew, custom content. Campaign is basically a story, a whole story. A one shot is exactly what it sounds. It's a one shot. It happens on one session and then it's over. Sometimes it happens over 2 sessions. We call it a 2 shot. I have a buddy in my current D&D group who's writing a primer on how to harvest monsters. Oh, in D&D or in real life? What else is... DC is difficulty class. That's the number you have to meet whenever you roll dice. Sometimes your game master will tell you what it is. Like, oh, okay, roll a dice, the DC is 10. You have to roll 10 and above. Other times they won't tell it to you, so there's a little bit of intrigue. What else is there? AC, armor class. So armor class is the number that people have to roll against you. So for example, monsters also have armor class. So if a monster has an armor class of 10, then you got to roll a dice and have a number of 10 or higher. And you got your, you get stuff you get to plus onto, you get to add onto it. You also have an AC, so the monsters also roll against you, also roll against your armor class. What else? Let me think. Bloodied. Bloodied means a monster is already low on health. I think some people say bloodied is half health, other people say bloodied is a quarter health. But whenever your DM says, oh, this monster is bloodied, it means that they are on the verge of being extinguished or being killed. Because in D&D, you don't see the health bars, you know? It's in real life, you don't have health bars. So in D&D, only the game master knows how much health a monster has left. And only the game master knows how much armor class a monster has. So you only get clues like, oh yeah, it looks injured, or it looks bloodied, or it looks really healthy. It doesn't look like it's hurt at all. Then you don't really know when it's gonna die until you actually manage to destroy it. You guys hear about the magic... you guys hear about the magic... skillet is made of cast iron. I will make my tiefling look different from traditional tieflings. They look more aquatic than demonic. Ooh, so blue. Can you describe it to us? Like blue skin, horns still? Are AC of monsters predetermined by the DM, or do they have to roll as well? So, this is interesting. There are 3 ways to do it. One is, yeah, if the monster is custom made, or the DM is just like in a mood, they can determine the AC themselves. We wouldn't encourage that because unless you are really good at balancing things or you're just basing it off another monster, you might not always know the best AC to determine. Another way is you roll for AC. No, monsters don't have a roll AC. So there's only two ways. There's one if it's custom made, the other one is predetermined by the book. It's the books have all the monsters in them and they have ACs that are set. So most of the times DMs will just follow that because it's easier. So if a goblin has, this is an example, but if a goblin has like 11 armor naturally, then yeah, there's gonna, if every DM is following the same rulebook, they'll always have 11 armor. But what DMs can do, what can change it is that for players, you can wear different armor pieces. So if you wear, say, heavy armor, naturally you will have a higher AC because that adds on to your AC. If you're wearing nothing, you're just gonna have your, we call it your base AC, so your armor class without any extra armor or protection onto it. So there's a lot of things that can add to your armor. And you know, if you get cursed or something, you can also take away from your armor class. Monsters can do the same. Monsters can also wear armor if they wanted to. But we usually reserve that for like big bad monsters, like special stuff. Like, oh yeah, this is a special goblin, that's why he's able to wear this special armor. How much AC does Tene have? And very low. Not high. Not good. Not good AC. I'm sure weak. That's why I've done stuff like hurt my wrist or I've like such low coffee tolerance. Everything's just getting past my AC. Keeps hitting me. Keeps bringing me down. It's all status effect damage. So it's not even bringing me down to zero. It's just afflicting me. My stats are low. I maybe one day I'll publish out Tene stats. I'll give you a character sheet to play as Tene, but be warned, you're playing on hard mode because I have no special abilities, no powers, and everything is bad. That's a fun idea. Thank you for that, Andrew. I like that idea. I'll pull up Tene stats one day so you can play as Tene in your campaigns and tell me how you managed to fail as Tene. Bye Baker. Baker's going. Bye Baker. Thank you for spending time with us. It was so fun to have you. Thank you for your service of pun bot. Come back sometime and fill us with more puns. But you know, go. Why did the dragon sleep during the day? To fight at night? I like it. I'm gonna put all of these. I'm gonna find a way to save all of these somewhere and then put them into my campaigns. No, one day I'll play a bard. I'll play a bard and I'll just tell dad jokes. It's going to annoy my dungeon master so much. I'll miss your puns, but you know, come back, give us more puns. I don't know if I'll continue doing streams like this at odd timings. I might like once every week or once every 2 weeks, just so that I can catch all of you in different time zones. Because I know it's difficult for some of you to join in my regular streams just because the timing is off. But I appreciate all of you coming to catch me even though the timing is off, you know? It's really sweet of you. And I'm glad to be of entertaining service to all of you. I've learned from my mistake. I'm making the hole a little bit bigger so that I can turn it over easier. Bye Baker. Everyone say bye Baker. I was gonna talk more about D&D. I need hang on, give me a moment to think about what I wanted to say. Okay. Let me just... Alright. I think I can catch some on the way back home, which is good for me. I get to relax with 10A stream. That's good. That's good. I'm glad people can relax with me. I've said it before, right? Some people have told me that they use me to sleep, and I feel really honored that I get to be there to help people relax and go to sleep. I don't know why. I still don't know why. I'm honored, but I don't get it. But you? Okay, this one's pretty relaxing. This is a pretty relaxing stream. But other times, I think I'm... I don't know what part of me is relaxing at all. Okay, I'm gonna turn this over now. This one should be a little bit easier because I've made the turnover hole a little bit bigger. I say that I was stuck again. Oof. Come on, turn over, Mr. Year. Then you can just use a tool to push it all the way through, and then it'll pop out. Yep, like that. The second year, it will go. Just go over here. I think I did a pretty good job at making the length roughly the same. There will be eyeballs inside here because that's part of his design. Let me sew it off close. This is called ladder stitch, by the way. There's only like 2 or 3 stitches I use for plushies, which is a back stitch, which is where you're sort of going backwards every time you stitch. One day I'll show it off. One day I'll do like a proper tutorial so everyone can see how to sew. I've not given up on trying to help chat learn how to sew. I know some of you already can, but some of you can't yet. So I will teach you all the sewing stitches so that you can make your own plushies. Or you can mend your clothing. Are the eyes and face more difficult with all the detail? So, the eyes and face are probably the most difficult parts of the plush because they just take the longest. But they're also the most fun parts of the plush, so I have a lot of fun doing all these little detailed stuff. Oh, this thread's a bit loose. I'll sew it down later on, that's fine. So, I don't know if you saw my earlier videos when I was doing the embroidery for it. It's very messy, and when the thread becomes very thick, you get your needle stuck a lot. So it is difficult, I won't lie. If anybody's doing embroidery, it's super fun, but it is super difficult, and you have to take care of your wrist. I will say this one, I don't know if it's more difficult than Vella's eyes, honestly. It's bigger, but hers had a lot of detail in smaller space. I would say this one was, the thing that was a bit tougher was getting the gradient, because it's the first time I'm trying to do a gradient on the eyes. And I think I accomplished it a little bit more here. Here is a little bit trickier because there's a lot of blue, and I don't really have a color that blends between purple and blue as much, so the blue is a bit more prominent. But I'm happy with the eyes. I'm happy with how it came out. But it's the more detailed plushies are, the more difficult it's gonna be. If you guys are doing plushies and you don't have a lot of time, you don't need to embroider everything. You can just like cut out the eyes, and that's actually what a lot of people do, is they cut out the eyes and they just stitch it down instead. But because I wanted more control over the shape, like the skull and the cross, I could have cut these out. But when you cut out felt to be that small, like for example this shape, I find it gets very flimsy, and the ending, I mean this one's not bad, but when you sew along the edges, they tend to get very loose, and I always worry that they're going to tear or come out. So I chose to embroider it instead, so that it's a bit more custom tough. Hi Shaman, hello, welcome to the stream. We are just sewing plushies today. Very late night for me. How are you doing? I'm Tene from the Post-Apocalypse. I do art, I do D&D, I do plushies. So come and relax with us for a bit. One of my favorite moments, Andrew says, one of my favorite moments in a homebrew campaign was convincing the castle guards to let the party in the castle. I need more details. I need to know. I need you to elaborate why this. I want to know now. I'm really curious. But at the same time, I kind of don't want to know because I want to save it for when I react to like a bunch of D&D stories. But I want to know. I want to know what made it your favorite. I'm Shaman. You do Hollow Knight exclusively. Oh. Are you very good at it? Are you competitive? I don't know. Is that a competitive Hollow? I guess speedrunners, right? Hello, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the bunker. It's just a simple, relaxing day. Not much going on. Okay. I can't stay for too long because I do have another meeting I need to get to in about half an hour. I'm going to just try to do as much as I can before I have to go out for that meeting. It's an important meeting. I can't miss it, unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately. I'm really looking forward to it. We're discussing fun stuff. So I really want to go and see it. I'm gonna have to figure out who to raid later on. But nobody I know is awake at this time. Oh no. Oh. That was my alarm. My alarm is from Genshin. Because somebody made a Genshin song and it was really fun to listen to. I've set that as one of my alarms. My general motive is to teach people to play too. Oh, you're a teacher. You're a teacher of Hollow Knight. Can you teach me? I've never played a Hollow Knight game before. I mean, there's only 2 Hollow Knight games. Not finally, there's 2. Finally, Silk Song is out. I never played it before, but I'm interested in learning. But I think I'd be really bad at it. I did this by telling my friends who were separated from a party and the unknown criminals infiltrated the castle. I make it seem like gonna help. Oh, you went the subterfuge route. You went the route of trickery. I love that. I love it when players avoid combat. Don't get me wrong, I love combat. I think combat can be really interesting, but it's really fun to see your players. Like, I think it's a sign that they're really into the game when they try to figure out story reasons to avoid combat. We could do a collab or something so I could teach you. I wouldn't mind. I would like to get to... This is just something for all my collab partners. I would like to get to know them all a little bit better. Come for more streams. Come for more streams so that I can know you. I am starting to get into collabs a little bit more. Still really new to it. Still kind of unsure. I'm taking my time. I'm not going to... be too worried about having to do them super quickly or anything. When they happen, they happen. You know, collab should be fun. You don't need to worry about doing numbers and stuff. I mean, you can have a collab professionally as well. One advice I quite like is that for VTubers, if you're doing collab, treat it just as you know, it's like a business thing. There's nothing wrong with admitting like, yeah, this is a collab. We're gonna do it for numbers. We're gonna do it for transactions and stuff. We're gonna be professional about it because you owe it to the people that are watching you to have some professionalism, even while you're having fun. That's Tenny's take on it. Tenny's very dry take. Yeah, treat it like a business deal. Have fun, but also it's a business. I think it's more that you shouldn't assume you're friends just because you're collabing, right? Because you know, I worry about putting people on the spot. Like, yeah, now we're friends because we're collabing. But that's not always true. Sometimes you're just collabing because you wanted to collab, and then you move on with your life. I say all of this, but first I have to actually collab with people. I can give all this advice, but it doesn't mean anything without any actual experience. I need to actually collab with people before I can start giving advice on collabs. Let's see. Let's pull this a bit tight. I want to try and get this here. Oh, thank you so much, Shaman, for joining the Discord. Welcome to the bunker. Have fun with all of us. Yeah, share your art. You know, don't be afraid to show off your Hollow Knight stuff in streaming. Not in streaming, in multimedia. It collabs are usually more fun if you know the person. That's true. I think it's okay to want to collab with someone though, just to like, yeah, I want to collab with you. Maybe we'll be friends, maybe not, but at least we'll have fun playing this game together. It's kind of like, you know, D&D. Sometimes you just want to play D&D, so you join a public group, and you're not gonna be friends with everyone, but you can have a good time playing with everyone. That's the vibe. The two I've done with friends I've enjoyed, and that's good. I mean, it's always best if you can enjoy them. Don't do a collab that you're gonna hate. Don't enter collabs that you're not gonna have fun in. Give me a moment. I need to position this bunny here. I'm gonna try and get all this done in 15. Then I really need to go, else I'll be late for my meeting. And then I'll disappoint people because I'm late for my meeting. Don't be late for your meetings. Yeah. You can't really see the bunny ears very well because his head is so big. It's just massive. Massive crony. I'm sorry. I feel a need whenever I make plushies. It's really fun to kind of hit them around, but also I feel bad because they're representing like VTubers. So I'm just hitting, I'm abusing VTubers. The clickbait title: streamer abuses VTubers life. Spent like an hour waiting for them to finish the game after I did. When I raised them in Hollow Knight. Oh, not everyone is gonna be as fast. Oops, sorry, I hit the mic. Try and maneuver this. Give me a moment while I try and maneuver this bunny here too. By the way, what color should my needle be? Because I know you can get colored needles, and I want to potentially get it colored so that I'll get a colored needle so that it's easier for people on stream. Because I know sometimes you can't see the needle, sometimes it's not. Well, here it's really clear, but sometimes it's not very bright or not very prominent. I wanna get something that's more interesting for all of you. Green? To make it my signature green. I think I have to specifically buy it. I don't think I can dye a needle. Doing surgery right now. We are attacked. I don't know if I should give him actual ears because his bunny ears are his ears. Does Crony have ears? And do you think 82 videos about Hollow Knight is too many? If it's your passion, if you want. Do you think 103 videos all about VTuber designs and plushie making is too many? Because if so, then we got problems. what you like, what you're passionate about. Don't let people tell you that you should stop. As long as you're not hurting anybody, having fun. That's all that matters. It's just plenty. Well, I plan to make more of these sorts of videos. More D&D, more plush, more everything. I can't help it. We're almost done. It's because more get this year in year in the year of 2026. I'm gonna do his body next. I'm gonna do Crony's body next. It's gonna be tough because I'm gonna try and make a cavity in the middle of chest where his heart is gonna go, so that it's an actual hole where you can see the heart inside of it. I have no idea how I'm actually gonna do it, but I'm gonna try my best. He's tangled in threads. This really does feel like surgery because it's under a spotlight as well. Hand me the scalpel. Hand me the putty knife. I'm just thinking of Baker's knife pun now. Oh no. The puns have invaded my mind. See how this looks. Okay. It's a bit tall, but that's fine because we're gonna pin it down a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna bring this a little bit lower so that it matches the height on the other section. I should say, by the way, don't follow me for like the sewing tips. Well, no, how do I say? I'm very messy with my the way I do things. Like somebody else would probably measure this out perfectly so they know like exactly where to stitch and how much to take away and all that. But I just kind of do it a little bit by ear. It's a lot of by ear. Oh no, Baker's infecting me. I'm doing puns now by ear. But I do a lot of it just eyeballing it and seeing where I should bring it down or bring it up, or you can't really bring it up. You can only take away. You can't give it height. So all of this is very loosey goosey, timey wimey. Because it's just me estimating a bunch of stuff. So don't do that. Actually measure stuff out. Plan stuff. Don't be like Tanny who just looks at things and like, alright, I think I'm going to do this way. Just up the same height now. Roughly. It's still a little bit taller, but I think once I sew these together, it'll be the perfect height. So I'm gonna do that in just a little bit. I'm just gonna finish this off. I've only got like 3 minutes left before I need to rush off. Just speed plushing. Speed plushing. I'm compressing his head a lot. Okay, I've got it. Now I'm gonna sew this part together. Sorry if I'm not reading chat. I'm rushing a little bit, so I'm trying to finish before I need to head off. Plushies look really good by eyeing things out. Maybe it's because you're too professional company. I think a lot of my chat can actually sew. Some people have told me in chat that hey, I actually can. Like they actually can. I tell them then sew plushies. I want to see plushies from all of you. You can eyeball out some things. I think there's nothing wrong with that. But honestly, you should measure. You should properly measure things so that they make sense. Because when you're measuring, you get more precise things, and you know you don't have to just make random stitches here and there like I do. A lot of me stitching is also learning from just learning from other people. I've never taken a formal class. You don't need a formal class to learn to stitch, but it's good to look up more tutorials if you're new to it. Okay, like this. Thank you for saying that. I'm glad that my plushies at least look professional. I'm sure if an actual plush maker goes looking through all of them, they're gonna see a ton of little things that you can probably fix up better. And I could probably point out a lot to you. There's like stuff about my plushies I wish I could do better. But at the same time, I'm trying not to be as perfectionist about it. Because it's hard being a perfectionist about it. You get caught up in the details and then you never finish a plush because you're too worried about the tiny things. Like time is a worry now. Try to fix stuff. Okay, it's roughly the same height. Good. Let me just nearly stitch this together. Sleep is just a time machine to breakfast. If you don't eat breakfast, then it's not even that. Sleep is a good time to recharge and relax. And dream. I love dreaming. Okay, I'm gonna lock in. Give me a few moments of. Well, I'll be silent. You don't need to be silent, chat. But I'm gonna try and lock in this last few stitches. Because I do really need to go soon. Or else I'm gonna be really late. Please cooperate with me, Needle. Please do as I need of you. You can see my hands struggling to get it all in correctly. Okay, I think that's a good place to end. And then we'll figure out who to rate, and then I'll rush off for my meeting very quickly. Thank you everyone for being here today. I'm sorry to end it on such an abrupt note, but I really do. I have very poor scheduling today. I have a ton of stuff I need to get to. So forgive me if it's a little bit rushed. Bye bye night. Going to bed while we're on the stream now. Okay, I'll end it soon, okay, bye, so I can get to sleep. Last few. Stubborn. Make sure it's secure. So that bunny boy is complete. Okay. I'm finishing, K-Ban. I promise I'm finishing. Okay, look, he has ears now. He has his bunny ears. They're roughly the same height. Maybe a little bit taller, but you can't tell. Can't tell too much. Okay, that's crony. This is the most I can zoom out. Don't know if you can see him. You can see his New Year's. I don't know if I'll give him actual years. I don't know if he has actual years. Okay. I am going to send you all to raid somebody. Because that's what we always do. We always try and raid someone end of the stream for those of you who need to head off and go to sleep. So please do so. Oh, for a second I thought that was Vela alive because she had like blue and red colors. But she's streaming again. No, that's not. That's just me misreading stuff. She's never live yet. Give me a moment, alright? I want to see if I can find somebody that. It's gonna take a little bit for me to look there. No, they're not. Thought they were. Thought they were streaming. Taking me the longest to find people. Oh. Hey, is everybody streaming? This is the part that's the most stressful. Maybe I know he's on. Yeah, we're gonna find a random person. Sorry for taking. Maybe I know he's streaming. Just follow those people. I will follow. to trying to just rate them. Team, sorry for ending like this and dragging out the wait time. And drink water. Penny's gonna go do meeting now.